Hi, I'm Benjamin Bogonko, an inspirational speaker. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips on how to prepare and answer this question, what are your weaknesses interview questions, so that they may help you in the next interviews and also land you into job offers. But before I talk about those 3 steps, I want to talk about what a good weakness is not all about. 2 important points. A good weakness is not about personality traits and strengths in disguise. In the job market, a good weakness are those things that can be fixed, improved, and work on and become better. But when a recruiter or a human manager asks you this question, what are your weaknesses? They're not interested in you telling them your personal traits. For example, many people say that their main weakness is being impatient. There's no recruiter who will employ you or offer you a job because you're an impatient person. Personality traits are natural traits that we acquire and can only be fixed individually. A strength in disguise, on the other hand, are examples like I am a perfectionist or I work too hard. When you say this to any recruiter, they cannot see how you are able to prove that you're a perfectionist or that you work too hard. Now, let me define what a good weakness is, now that you know what a good weakness is not all about. A good weakness, as I said from the beginning, are those situations and the things that can be worked on, can be improved, can be fixed, and in specific contexts. For example, instead of saying that you're an impatient person, you can say, like for me, when I was going for my 3rd job and I was asked this question, I gave a specific context where I had a challenge and how I worked on and fixed it. This was my response. In the situations where I met students with high levels of English speaking language, I tended not to focus on the prescribed syllabus or the textbook between me and the student, and it made me to continue speaking too much in class instead of the students, and this led to the students not being given more chance to speak and share a lot in class. And I worked on that by having to follow the prescribed syllabus to enable the student have a chance to speak more in class. I want to share with you 3 steps on how to develop these weaknesses. Step number 1, brainstorm some of the concerns and the weaknesses that you've been facing in your past jobs. What you're going to do is to get a piece of paper and a pen and then write down privately some of the concerns you've been facing in your past job and list all what you think are your weaknesses in that specific job. Step number 2 is, in that list, highlight 1 or 2 specific concerns that are in just one context and that can be fixed, and also not something that you've been doing over and over again. Remember, you don't want to show your weaknesses to the recruiter or the human manager, something that you've been doing over and over again. And then last but not least, step number 3 is developing a professional story. Remember the other video which I talked about? A professional story is something which is clear, coherent, engaging, and compelling. In this story that you're going to share to the recruiter, as you highlight that weakness, you will give a professional story. And this, again, is an example on how to talk about a specific weakness that you have. I will use myself as an example. You could say, in certain situations, when I was given certain students, especially with high levels of speaking, I tended not to focus so much in correcting their mistakes and also not to use the prescribed syllabus or the textbooks in class, because the students could be able to speak more. As a result, I have learned that this makes the student not to have enough chance to speak and improve their level, even to get to their specific needs and goals when they started doing those classes. Instead, now when I meet these high-level students, I normally stick to the prescribed syllabus, and me and the students, we agree on what are the specific needs. Even though they are able to speak more and use the language as more than compared to the low-level students, we agree on what they really need and want in every specific lesson. And with this, I have managed to focus more on the student and more on the speaking skills of those specific learners. So I hope with these simple tips which I've shared with you, you can also apply them in your next interviews, and hopefully they will land you in a specific job. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down there below what you think, share it to friends and family members, but more importantly, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the next new content. I hope to see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day and keep on smiling. See you soon.